Hi, I'm Bill McLoughlin, Editor-in-Chief of Furniture Today. My guests today are Rafieha from Abbyson and JoJo Fletcher. JoJo, Rod, welcome.
Thank you.
So, you have a new collection with Abbyson.
I do.
How did this come about?
I mean, well, Rod reached out originally, and I feel like this is something that's been on a bucket list for me. I've been in the design space for 10 plus years, and I've always been super particular about who my first partner would be into this sort of space. And after meeting them and the team, it just was like a perfect fit, and their products speak for themselves, their family values, just so many great things about the company that instantly just spoke to me. And then meeting this guy, he sealed the deal, so.
So, Rod, from your perspective for Abbyson, what makes JoJo such a good fit for where you want to take Abbyson?
Well, I was a avid Bachelorette fan for the last 10 years. I'm just kidding. No, you know, I've followed JoJo, you know, and her story over the last few years, and I saw her building her family. I saw her dabble into the home decor space. She has a lot of great values, you know, great husband, family, and I just saw a lot of great values in her that made it a great fit for us. You know, and when I reached out to her, ever since then it's been pretty seamless. And here we are today. We have beautiful new products that we're introducing, and we're very excited.
So for those in the furniture business who are just starting to get to know you, you mentioned your design background.
Yeah.
Can you share with us a little bit about your experience?
I actually got into real estate development right out of college. I was a biology major, never thought that this would be a space that I would get into, and then after college I just found this passion to buy homes, remodel them, and kind of put my design touch on them. So for the last 10 years I've been buying properties, fully remodeling them, and then obviously with that, design and interior comes into play. So I just have always had a love for seeing things come to life through design and interior finishes, and so it's just kind of, I think, the next step in that journey for me, and this was the best way for me to do it.
How would you describe your own personal aesthetic? What excites you in terms of your furniture? You
know what's so funny? I feel like style and trends, they're kind of evolving and always changing, but I think for me especially, like, I'm very into natural elements, organic touches, things that feel lived in. They can be new, but they have character. And so I would always say my style is effortless, it's organic, and it's cozy. You know, I always love the things that I bring into my home to not feel cold, and I think pieces with character and quality are super important to me.
How does that reflected in the first collection you've put together? Can you tell us a little bit about some of the design elements?
Yeah, some of the few collections that we're launching with Abbyson, it fits exactly what JoJo just said. Natural elements, very high quality pieces at great values. The colors are very neutral, beautiful tones. We're using FSC certified woods. We're using organic materials, and we're really just doing our best to set ourselves apart from everybody else. You know, we want this line to be very successful. We know it will be, and we'll be partnering with select retailers to get this out there, and we're very excited.
How would you describe the target audience that you see for this furniture line?
So I'll give my perspective, and then I'll get JoJo's. So, you know, this line, you know, it allows us, and Abbyson feels like it's going to reach a new demographic that I would say we haven't reached before. A lot of people just out there, they don't really know the Abbyson brand. So what this does, it helps reach, you know, a different age range, you know, and people that generally maybe weren't looking or thinking about furniture, and now through JoJo's line, they'll be able to see that and purchase beautiful products.
I totally agree with what you're saying too, and I feel like, you know, for me, I'm in this phase of my life where I'm recently married, I'm starting my family, I'm in that age range where I'm out of my 20s, I'm in my early 30s, and like this is the time where people are really focusing on buying products with value that have longevity. And so having my collection with Abbyson, I feel like we're giving people those high quality products that are of better value, that are of better quality. And I think people are more excited these days to invest in those products, right? And so I think that anybody from, you know, right out of college to in their early professionals, starting their families, this is kind of, I think, a good target for us. And it's who I am and the type of shopper I am.
Well, that's really the audience that people are trying to build, right? That next generation of consumer, as you say, your first household.
Yeah.
So how did that go, setting up your first house?
Oh my gosh, well, you know, it's a funny story. Jordan and I, since the moment we met, we have probably lived in 7 or 8 houses at this point. We've done like remodel projects, and we've kind of bounced around, and we, went to Puerto Rico and we remodeled a house there that took us a couple years. So we've lived in a lot of homes together, but now we're finally in a space where it's like we're at home, and so getting to put my own products from my Abbyson collection in my home that I helped create and design is such a unreal experience and feeling for me.
It's so funny. We talk about allowing the consumer to kind of put their own touch in their home. You are quite literally putting your own stuff in your home.
And I think it just speaks to just, I'm a very picky shopper. I'm a very picky person when it comes to quality. It just, honestly, the design process, we worked so closely, and it was very important to us that anything we put out was like the best fabrics, the best quality.
And that's one thing I'll add. Like when we did this line, and part of the goal was not to just slap a name on a product. JoJo was very involved from the beginning. We wanted her to be involved, so really she felt the best and most passionate about her collection. So she picked everything from finishes to the fabrics, to the design elements.
It was a dream for me to walk into their office and to see all of these fabric swatches and hardware options, and it was
I remember that first time. Yep.
It was so amazing. I loved it.
That was fun.
Wasn't overwhelming, like, oh my goodness, there's so much to choose?
No, that's when I say, like, it was just such a seamless fit. Like the first day JoJo and Jordan came, it was like, hey guys, like, good to see you. Like we felt like we knew each other, and we brought everything she wanted out, the fabrics, the finishes, and she was just in love from the beginning. And that's kind of what made it a great fit, because that's what we love at Abbyson too, designing, making beautiful products. And she has that same passion.
Well, I can't wait to see where this goes from here. We'll see what's next.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Bill.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us.